Get ready because the sneaker world is about to explode. Nike is officially restocking select pairs from the Stranger Things collaboration, and you need to know exactly when to prepare your wallets. We are talking about the highly sought-after Air Max 1 for Steve Harrington, the Field General High for 11, and the LD 1000 for Erica Sinclair. This collection featured incredible gear, including the Foamposite themed after Vecna and vintage-style Converse weapon worn by Derek. Find out the exact date and time for this massive restock, so you don't miss out on scoring these iconic pieces.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
But the excitement isn't just on the court. The world of television production is facing serious accessibility questions. Producers of Stranger Things, the first shadow are under fire after a deaf patron claimed she was denied access to a verbatim script needed for her to fully follow the production. This situation brings up a huge debate about equal access for deaf and hard-of-hearing theater fans, questioning why patrons should have to reorganize their lives just to attend a performance. Meanwhile, the Duffer Brothers are launching something brand new that promises to shake things up. Get ready because their new supernatural mystery series, The Boroughs, is set to premiere on Netflix on May 21st. This series shifts the focus from high schoolers to a retirement community where a grieving newcomer must uncover a dark secret, blending horror, mystery, and deep emotional storytelling. We dive into the massive cast, including Alfred Molina and Gina Davis, and what makes this new show a potential rival to Stranger Things. And to wrap up, we look at the DNA connecting these massive hits. The Boroughs shares elements with Stranger Things, featuring unlikely heroes battling something bigger than themselves, asking the big question of what you will do with the time you have left. Don't miss any of the updates on the Nike restock, the accessibility fight, or the premiere of The Boroughs. Hit that subscribe button and download the channel YouTube mobile app right now for all the latest news. Nike is set to restock a highly anticipated collaboration capsule inspired by the hit series Stranger Things. Fans eager for more adventures in Hawkins, Indiana, can now look forward to acquiring select items from the collection. The original Nike X Stranger Things collection, which was slated for release at the end of 2025, featured a diverse range of footwear and apparel. The collection included specific sneakers such as an Air Max 1 for Steve Harrington, a Field General High for 11, an LD 1000 for Erica Sinclair, a Chuck Taylor High themed after the show, and a vintage-style Converse weapon for Derek. Additionally, the capsule featured a Foamposite themed after the villain Vecna and Dunk lows with unique upside-down branding details, alongside matching apparel. Nike has announced that it will be restocking select pairs from the Stranger Things collection on May 6, 2026, with the release time set for 1:00 p.m. EDT, 10:00 a.m. PDT. Sneaker enthusiasts looking to secure these items are advised to monitor official channels for real-time alerts and direct purchasing links. For immediate updates and access, users are encouraged to download the channel YouTube mobile app. While the live-action series finale has passed, the fandom remains strong, supported by the animated spin-off, Stranger Things. Tales from '85, keeping the universe alive until potential new live-action developments unfold. Producers of the West End production of Stranger Things, The First Shadow, are facing significant criticism, following reports that a deaf patron was denied access to a script required for them to fully follow the performance. Actor Tiana Hotting shared a video on TikTok alleging that the production would not provide a verbatim, dialogue-specific script, which she requested as a reasonable adjustment to ensure she and another deaf patron could experience the show. Hotting claimed the denial was attributed to copyright issues and was offered alternatives, including a refund or a future, captioned performance potentially in September with an unconfirmed date. This incident has reignited a long-standing debate within the theater community regarding accessibility for deaf and hard-of-hearing patrons. Critics argue that access to performances should not be treated as an exceptional event, requiring patrons to fundamentally restructure their lives around limited scheduling. The Phoenix Theater's accessibility page outlines existing provisions, including audio description, captioning, BSL interpretation, and relaxed performances. However, the availability of captioning is restricted. Caption screens are fixed in specific areas, meaning patrons must occupy designated seats to view dialogue effectively, creating a scheduling and seating barrier for many. Hodding's critique points to the UK's Equality Act and copyright law, questioning the justification provided for denying access to necessary materials. Observers suggest the copyright explanation is insufficient, given that the request was for access to a paid performance, not unauthorized distribution. Given that Stranger Things, The First Shadow is a high-profile, large-scale theatrical event produced by Netflix and Sonia Friedman Productions, the failure to establish a clear access protocol is seen as a significant preparation lapse. The demand is not for illicit material, but for equitable access to the performance paid for. In response, Hodding is campaigning for universal access through a petition titled End Scheduled Only Access, advocating for the spontaneity of attending theater without restrictive scheduling. Representatives for Stranger Things, The First Shadow were contacted for comment on the matter. Netflix is set to premiere its new supernatural mystery series, The Boroughs, on May 21st. The series is produced by the Duffer Brothers, the creators of the hit show Stranger Things. The announcement was accompanied by a cast reveal featuring notable actors including Alfred Molina, Gina Davis, Ulfra Woodard, Clark Peters, Denise O'Hare, and Bill Pullman. The 8-episode series is set in a quiet retirement community where a grieving newcomer, Sam Cooper, played by Alfred Molina, arrives after the loss of his wife and uncovers a sinister secret among his fellow residents. The ensemble cast also includes Yana Malone, Carlos Miranda, Seth Numrich, Alice Kremelberg, and others. The series is crafted by Jeffrey Addis and Will Matthews, with the Duffer Brothers executive producing through Upside Down Pictures, featuring Hilary Leavitt and Ben Taylor directing multiple episodes. Addis and Matthews emphasized the show's ambitious tone, stating they aimed to create a world that balanced horror, mystery, excitement, and emotion. They noted the challenge was balancing these tones, highlighting the Duffer Brothers' expertise in merging heart and horror. The creators were inspired by a desire to explore older characters within a genre setting. They mentioned that they had been looking for a story like Ron Howard's Cocoon, and were excited by the concept of the Boroughs, a narrative about retirees and monsters that treats aging and its challenges seriously, rather than as a comedic element. The Duffer Brothers felt this was the project they had been anticipating. Netflix is set to premiere a new sci-fi mystery thriller titled The Boroughs this month, developed by the creators of Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers. The series is positioned as a potential rival to the hit show, blending elements of supernatural adventure with a focus on mature themes. The premise shifts from high school students to a seemingly perfect retirement community nestled in the New Mexico desert. For the grieving newcomer and widower, Sam Cooper, this idyllic setting quickly transforms into a gilded prison. When a mysterious nighttime encounter reveals a dark secret, Cooper is dismissed, forcing him to team up with a group of unlikely heroes. A former journalist, a spiritual seeker, a cynical music manager, and a brilliant but desperate doctor, to uncover the truth before time runs out. Executive producer Matt Duffer noted similarities to Stranger Things, emphasizing that both shows feature a band of unlikely heroes battling something extraordinary and supernatural, albeit spanning different age demographics. He highlighted that while The Boroughs features characters with golf carts instead of bicycles, the core theme remains similar, a story about people who are not specifically tailored for their age, aiming for broad audience appeal. Ross Duffer added that the series shares a strong emotional core, promising both adventure and scares balanced with a sense of fun. Co-creator Jeffrey Addis stressed the central philosophical question of the series: what will you do with the time you have left? He noted that because the heroes are often on the shorter end of the age spectrum, the stakes are inherently higher. The cast features a roster of established talent, including Alfred Molina as Sam Cooper, Gina Davis as Renee Joyce, Ulfra Woodard as Judy Daniels, Denise O'Hare as Wally Baker, Clark Peters as Art Daniels, and Bill Pullman as Jack Willard. The Boroughs is scheduled to arrive on Netflix on May 21.